The roof going up, like erasing a little bit of the old past after all this craziness we've been through.
We bought a hoarder house, and after getting all their stuff out, we still have work to do.
We all loaded up. I had to bring the guns out.
Big guns. Got a little muscle. Got our wood, 2x4s, shingles, tools, gas, here, kerosene, and Caroline. Time for me to go outside to get on the roof and get there, ripping off these shingles. You see, we got multiple layers. That's the old school wood shake, wood shingles. I gotta pull all this up and then I gotta smack all these nails down. They moving right along over here. They got the wood going down. So all everything just smoked up. Let me hurry up though. I'm trying to beat them. They using hammer and nail instead of the nail gun. Taking a little longer because there's multiple layers on this side, but I think here is clear. All right, we're done on the house. Alright, so that's the hole right there I gotta make. So what I'm gonna do is stick one of them long screws in there so I can see where it's at. And then I'm gonna go up there and cut it with my saw. I'm actually gonna be cut one for the stack vent, and then I'm gonna have one for the exhaust vent too. Let's get it. It's drip edge, ice guard, and then felt paper all the way up to the top. So everything looking good. So I came up here to cut out the stack hole, as y'all can see. Cut out one there. The one right there. Almost fell off the roof. Thank God for this rope right here. Good thing I built it off when I came up here. I literally sat down and literally just started sliding. And literally slid all the way to the edge, and then the rope caught me. So the rope went ahead and grabbed me this because I couldn't even move. I was gonna keep sliding. And it's crazy how much traction that cushion get just from me stepping on it right there. It ain't going nowhere. Literally sat on it and bam, that boy helped me get back up here. So that's crazy. Yeah, apparently it's better when you walking on the roof, like that. See how I'm slipping off? But it's better, I guess, to stand up, because if you sit down, you're gonna slide like a mug. And this is a nice slope, so safety first whenever y'all trying to do this, man. I don't give a damn what the slope is. Your boy was gone. Look at my skid marks. That's crazy. My heart just stopped racing after I done cut these holes. So now we good. Back to the ground I go. I quit it. It's a different feeling when you about to fall off the damn roof. Cause I'll tell you one thing, I would never get up here again without the safety harness on. This thing really saved my life. This boy held on right at the end. I'm talking about slid all the way to the edge and just stuck there. And the roofer was just looking like, oh shit, Saki mushrooms. And he like, oh, you built it off. I'm like, yes. Man, that's crazy. Don't get too cocky. As soon as you get cocky, you're gonna be on the floor looking like Rocky. So after my near-death experience, I ended up just helping these guys take a couple bundles of shingles up on the roof so they can prepare for the next day to start laying these joints down. It's funny because this kind of reminded me of when I was younger. This was one of the jobs I had, was taking up shingles up on the roof. And I'm telling you, when I was younger, I had less muscle. Man, these bundles was way heavier than what they is today. But they still heavy and it's still a job. And I realized that, and then I let them just finish. Man, taking them shingles up is no joke. Arm hurt. Out of breath, but they said they're gonna take up the rest tomorrow, so I would do a couple more up there though. Nice little workout. So I'm up here on the roof. You see they got all the synthetic paper down. Got some of the shingles up here. We just gotta bring up a couple more, but man, them joints are heavy. Got Ray in them down there. Ray and the baby kids. Homeboy ready to get on the ladder. He'll find some gloves.
What'd you say, dude?
It's way too high.
Well, why you going up there?
And now it is the start of actually getting some shingles on this house. After all this craziness we've been through, we finally can get some new shingles put on this house. So this is kind of like erasing a little bit of the old past also too. Just getting rid of all them old green shingles and just putting a new color and a new feel on the house. These guys, they got like a system down pat. It's actually pretty cool. So you see one guy up top, he slide down the shingles, and then the guy that's nailing them down, just line them up and just nail them into place. One just nailing them, the other guy was just feeding them the shingles and kept going. So it definitely started to look pretty good. It's a few parts where they just kind of looking at the camera like, what the feezy is he doing? But it's just pretty cool to see this process. My body was feeling a whole lot better, but it's like, hey, they here now, so we just gonna go ahead and let them do it. We definitely save money also by buying our own materials. I made sure I asked them, like, what's all the stuff you think you're gonna need? We made sure we had everything there so they can just start the job, because we didn't want to really deal with like holding somebody up. And some people might not even want to work for you if you keep holding them up when they're trying to get a job done. I done definitely had that in the past working with customers. So we got fresh wood on the roof. Now we got fresh underlayment down. Now we getting some fresh shingles. What y'all think about this color? So they almost done with the main portion of the roof. See, they was getting straight to it. That technique worked out pretty good. The guy up top, he just feeding down the shingles. Bang, bang, bang. They nail them down. And see, the other side of this roof is looking very, very good. See, we got our vents. Them the holes that I actually cut. My life was close to ending. So this is one of the moments right here where the drone was whizzing, and the guy, pretty sure he looked back like, what the feezy is that? Is that a bird or something? This drone, it definitely make a little weird noise, but it's looking really good. Would y'all like this color or this old green color you see right here on the front porch? And speaking on the front porch, that was one of the next issues we had. He finished the whole roof, we ended up paying him, but then I looked up and seen that the front porch was still green. So I'm like, so what's going on with that? And he pretty much said like, oh, I'll charge you for 13 squares. The whole roof was 13 squares. But I'm like, okay, so I get that. But the whole roof was 13 squares and that whole roof was not done because we still got the porch to do. And then he explained that he charged by the squares he put down. So he ended up installing 13 squares because of the back roof. The back portion of the roof took a little bit of extra shingles because it's a flat roof. So usually people use like the roll roofing on there. But instead of doing that, he actually just used the shingles and just kind of like double layered them. Not double layer, but he just layered them to where they was close and did the whole thing. I mean, it looked nice, but I was kind of mad for a little bit because I was paying based off the size of the whole roof, not just what they was installing. But that was something that we had to learn. They charging you for what they're installing, not for what the size of the roof is. That's something you need to specify. It's like, are you charging me for the shingles that you're nailing down, or are you charging me for the size of the roof? But he ended up telling us that I get to be an extra $100. At that time, I was kind of mad because I felt like, are they just trying to get some extra money? Even though it was $100, and looking back on it, I should have just paid them. But now we got colder weather, it's snow, so now it's like a delay when it comes to that. It is what it is. Now we got a brand new roof, and we just got an ugly green on the front. I'm not really tripping. That portion is gonna get done, but we was just kind of mad because we felt like people kept trying to take advantage of us, and it turned out to be not that type of situation, but it just felt like that at the moment because it's like we was going through all this stuff, but at least it looked good for the majority of the part. Let us know what y'all think about this roof.
There's no more in his heart.
So one thing we gotta start working on for sure is our time management skills. We gotta start paying attention to what time do the sun rise versus what time the sun goes down. So when it comes to needing to do stuff like this,
Right outside.
we can be here when the sun is rising.
Before it rise, we gotta get back on our, don't matter what time it is. Like, who cares about the time? Just getting it done.
Especially with the new year coming up, we gotta get on our stuff.
All gas, let's skate. Can't find the break.